Welcome back to your favorite show, your favorite time of the week, the Childish Grown Up Show. Y'all know me, the world class Marius Hunter III, aka Mochaccino. I'm here with Mia B, Ash Bash. Ash Bash is back.
Yes, her is.
She's fine too, but I get her in the Lloyd video, man. What's up?
Chill out.
Hey, it's not the big hoops though. Like you tried to hide it.
These are not big. These are regular hoops.
That's the big hoop, man.
No, they're not.
I got in the
exactly. There we go. See, look, she try to duck off, but you try to duck off like the chick in the movie, but like, hey, we see you. So,
I'm not listening.
But how you feeling on your hiatus? How you feeling, and what were your thoughts on last week's episode, as well as things that you may have just wanted to bring up a little bit about He Got Game in our last movie of the March Madness rotation?
Feeling better. I wasn't feeling that great last week. So happy that I'm feeling better. And I did listen to the episode. I thought I did an amazing job. I listened to the whole thing. And I appreciate the shout outs. And Mia, I definitely wish I was there for that episode because I had some thoughts. Rick Fox and a couple other things I wanted to discuss for sure. But yeah, I think I did an amazing job. Yeah, I touched on those different dynamics, and it was that I left a comment and things.
Yeah, of course. We got to bring that up because we all are Stoop kids at heart.
I am.
Mama C had to told me to tell you, Mo.
Oh.
Don't ever come for Rick Fox because he was that guy.
Oh my gosh. Bruh.
And I try to tell you, the ladies love Rick Fox. We don't care nothing about all of that cool whatever. He was the man.
Okay. All right. That's why I said I figured. I was like, okay, he tapping into something that I'm not familiar with. So that's what I figured. It was something like that. But I mean, hey, shout out to Rick Fox, man. Oh man, shout out to all y'all Stoop kids, man. Surely we're glad to be back. We are out of our March Madness month. Mia is relieved, as I was in our Candygram month. And now we are in our dealer's choice. So what that means is, y'all, before we get further, that means y'all can start submitting your movies now. Yes, and there's no criteria. So start submitting your movies now, and by the time we get to our third episode of the month, I will be putting out the voting for it, and you can vote on Instagram. I don't really do it as much on YouTube because the engagement is not the same, but we do it on Instagram. So if you want to find us, it's the Childish Grown Up Show, no spaces. So y'all stay tuned for that. DM us, and we will put that into our mystery box for movies to review. With that being said, we do got a little bit of some from the Stoop kids, For one, of course, Ash had to leave a comment. I like it. A little timestamp for her thoughts. She says, I definitely have 6-man over He Got Game. And Mia, you have to watch Sunset Park. LOL. I love Glory too. Oh boy, looks like Kevin Costner. What you getting at with that last part, Ash?
No, the coach in Glory, he looks like Kevin Costner.
Oh yeah, he do. You're right.
Yeah, I was like, isn't Kevin Costner? But then I had to go back. I'm like, well, he could be. Yeah. Right there.
Okay. Yeah.
He Got Game over 6-man. When you asked her the question, I was like, nah, definitely 6-man. But
yeah.
Oh yeah, you talking about Josh Lucas. Yes, my guy.
Yeah, he definitely got that same vibe, like the strong silent type. Then Mama C had to tap in with us also on YouTube. She says, yes, the MD 2020 was its senior year 1984 skip party. I didn't know what that means. Can you somebody explain it to me?
Remember you were talking about the MD 2020, the drink?
Oh, the Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Oh. See, I told you. Hey, the OGs be knowing. Like the aunties, the uncles, they know. Like, stop playing with me. For sure, for sure. We also had a few comments on our Instagram. Pull that up here. I think this is sis, right? Mrs. Davis.
Yep, that's my
All
sister.
right, all right. So she said, growing up is realizing that Ray Allen was actually terrible in this movie, but as a kid, I only watched it because of him.
Oh,
That's a fact.
He
I
was,
was shooting a lot of bell. It was
yeah. I mean, like
trash.
y'all gotta give him a little leeway because he's not an actor.
I know, but when he came into the apartment and Denzel was there, that was terrible. But again, I wasn't on that episode. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't, I, I
It's
mean,
terrible.
okay. Is there an athlete we can name that's really good at acting? And I know somebody's yelling at their phone or yelling at the screen right now. Like there's this athlete that they are acknowledging that can really act. But I'm like, I don't.
I can't think of any, but I know that
Uh,
that was not a good job.
The only I'm no expert because I don't really
Yeah, you're
know.
not a sports girly.
I'm not a sports girly. I remember LeBron in this movie called Trainwreck, and he did really good, even though he was playing himself. His comedic timing was just really good. He was really funny, and I was
Michael Jordan.
hmm.
Michael Jordan.
Yes, you cannot discount Michael Jordan in Space Jam.
He was all right. Like I mean, a lot of people talk, like oh that wasn't good. It's probably maybe it was maybe a little better than Ray Allen.
Michael Jordan was talking to nothing. Like he's playing with cartoon characters. Like he's on a green screen.
That's true. You got to that does count. There are see now. Here's the hard part because I'm gonna name some actors here briefly. They got some actors from that were athletes, but I don't know if I consider this because they got like Terry Crews in there, which I guess you gotta count it. He was in the NFL, so I guess you gotta count Terry Crews. They also got Dolph Lundgren, which is the Russian from Rocky.
Oh, isn't Harry Hilson's husband an ex-athlete turned actor?
I'm not sure. I didn't.
Rocka.
Harry Washington's husband. I'm tripping.
They got Jason Statham. He was a British national diving team.
Oh.
Carl Weathers, our guy Apollo. He played in the NFL with the Oakland Raiders.
Well, we give it to Apollo then for sure.
Yeah, they got of course Dave Bautista, the wrestler. They got John Cena, The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, The Rock. I guess, yeah. I guess The Rock. I guess The Rock is. I guess that's the greatest. And then they got Arnold Schwarzenegger as number one. But he was a bodybuilder, which I mean they do consider it a sport. But I guess we got to go with The Rock. He's probably the greatest athlete turned actor. Okay, so I stand corrected. But I didn't think for what the type of movie it was and what was expected. I didn't think it was terrible. If the movie was directed by somebody different, I think I would feel differently. But I do understand. So shout out to sis, man. Shout out to Mrs. Davis 718. And lastly, we have somebody DM'd us as well on that same Instagram, and it's from Amon Ra. If I'm saying that, Amon Ra. He said, "Was waiting on this review. Y'all knock this one out." Hey man, shout out to Amon Ra.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we try to do what we could do when we could do, So shout out to the Stoop Kids hitting us up again. Y'all know the Instagram, the Childish Grown Up Show, or hit us up, childishgrownups3@gmail.com. Truly, we appreciate y'all for tapping in with us one time for the one time. Childish Grown Up moment. Ash, since you were gone and now you are back, of course. you got a childish grown up moment for the stoop kids?
It's nothing crazy. I was in my rewatch bag this weekend. Like I just and y'all know I used to watch Love and Basketball back to back to back and start it over if I didn't finish it all the way through the day before.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching the Saw movies, which is crazy, right? They're all on Netflix. So like I would just start watching them, and I'm so crazy that I started the first one at nighttime, which is crazy for me. So I don't know, but then I'm like finding myself hiding behind my hands because like, oh my God, it's so gory. But there was a time like I was really into the song. Like I don't know why, because I know I'm not a horror girly, but I
Mm-hmm.
do like gory sometimes. But Saw was really just diabolical. Like, yeah, you get to live, but I'm gonna need you to like poke your eye out to like be able to just live. So I was like watching those, um, and then I watched all three Creeds uh back to back to back. But I just was in my Michael B bag, and I'm like, start from the beginning because I usually go to the second one, then watch the third, or really go back to the first. But I was like, no, let me take it all the way back and just look at the progression, and then him and Tessa, like it was just a solid franchise, and
Mm-hmm.
a rewatch bag. I don't know, like
Mm.
heavy.
Now, I be like that sometime. Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know. Uh, Real quick, I thought about somebody. Deval Ellis. We know him from Zach from Sisters, BET show. Tyler Perry.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I keep it a big. I think he act better than The Rock. Hot take there. I think he does. I don't think he's been put in a place to get busy like that, but I think he got the depth. Like a Zach, I think he has it if he's put in a place where he can somebody can really write for him because I think he has all of the things. You know what I'm saying? So sidebar. But anyway, uh, all right. Well, we got some good information going forward. Amir, whoa, childish grown up moment from you.
Yeah, okay. So kinda a little bit. Okay. So one of my favorite movies, because I'm a musical girly, is Chicago, which came out in 2002. So over the weekend, my bestie Danae took me to see the Chicago play. It was here in our local theater. We like have a Broadway in Cincinnati season going on right now. So she took me to see Chicago, the play, and it was amazing. Of course, I'll always favor the movie because it's one of my favorites. But it was super funny, and it was just really cool to see my one of my favorite movies come alive on stage, like the origin of it, because of course the movie was based off of the play, but you know, so that would be my little somewhat childish grown up movie because I've loved the movie since I was a kid when I first saw it.
So
Nah, that's dope. I love the consistency. Like that's something that like it's as we've done so many of these episodes on our way to 100. Just getting to know each other through our content. Our content choices is like amazing because it's like you feel like you understand. Like I feel like we're at that point where like musical movies because there was a movie that I almost picked that it could be considered a musical movie, and I said I think Mia would like this a lot. Just because I know your taste in the sense of music and theater, so that's dope. That's dope to get to do that, get tickets. The tickets run crazy on stuff like that for plays.
It depends on what you consider crazy. Kinda.
well,
Don't start. Anyway, plus my job, we do have like a discount code. We get discounted Broadway and Cincinnati tickets every year. And I mean, it depends. We were in the loge, which is the first section up from the orchestra, which is basically like the floor seats, and those start around like with our discount it's like 80 something a piece, but without it it's like 90 something a piece. And that's like going down. So
Mm,
Mm.
okay.
It's
So,
actually not bad. That's not bad.
exactly. So quit it.
oh man,
I just knew the baseline was like 300
Yeah, this got
the
some price.
baseline is 300.
Like
Like,
if
for
you want
Mia.
those front row orchestra seats, which are, we love those. But if we trying to keep it cute, we gonna sit in the loge. The loge is a really good section.
mm-hmm,
But my vision bad, so I like to sit in the
mm,
orchestra.
got you. You been to any of those hip hop orchestra shows?
No, I haven't gotten a chance to go, but we do have those come around, and I've been wanting to go.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I hear about. Shout out to Spike Lee. Shout out to the whole family. I've heard him and Animal Brown gone to like a Ross one, Rick Ross, a Jeezy one. I'm like, bro, that's the only way I want to go to a concert. I told him I can't listen to rappers over speakers. Like, I just ain't gonna do it. Like, I'm not like, but all right, okay. For me, my childish grown up moment, like it was like I'm a last minute pull, but I thought about it, and sometimes it's like a childish grown up memory, kind of like so I'm tapping in and pulling from that energy. So recently on the verses, there was Tank versus Turtleneck. I mean Tyrese, and I got Tyrese winning. I'm just gonna get that out the way. I mean, with all due respect, fun, great verses. So we rocking out. Me and my wife, we rocking out like you would have thought we was at a real concert. Like this is how you get older and you're like really in your chill bag where it's like, yo, I'm getting this for free. I got all of the indulgence at the house and we're watching it and enjoying it. So then, Tank of course brings out Jamie Foxx, which has played a big part in his career. He spoke about on R&B Money. Jamie comes out and he does the do what it do. Love it. We're with the screen on the big screen, singing with them. We're doing the backgrounds with the crowd. Do what it do tonight, like doing all that. But I said all that to say is I don't know if I've spoke before on here, but that Jamie Foxx Unpredictable album is my favorite album because it not only is the body of work great, but we already love Jamie Foxx from the Jamie Foxx show, and that was the summer where we lived in Kentucky. Our cousins lived in Indiana, and we got to stay in Indy for 2 weeks. They stayed with us for 2 weeks, and my auntie was the one that put us on. She was riding around to that Jamie Foxx, and she played it so much it just stuck with me. So every time I hear that album, every time I hear them songs, take me back to a time when I was with my cousins. Like we was in the neighborhood, we walk into Walgreens, like with $5 in your pocket, or we going to the pool. What time the pool open up? The pool open up at okay. We got to wait a little bit because we try to holler at the girls at the pool, and then they taught me how to swim, even though I'm big cousin, you know what I mean. So it was just a great summer. Stay up all night playing Nintendo 64, watching South Park, eating junk food, like just living the best teenage life ever. You know what I'm saying? So that verses opened that portal with Jamie and that song and all of the memories that forever comes with that album. Like if I'm on an island, that's the album. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking R&B, so um, that's our childish grown up moments, man. Y'all tap in. Y'all know where to leave it. We gave y'all the information at the top of the show, so y'all know where to leave that. Um, Before we get into film, we are going into 1991, so I want to just lay the land here of the culture and what was going on.
Oh,
Oh,
You are
my bad.
missing.
My bad. My bad. I'm sorry.
listen.
Ash.
I leave for one week, and then you scrap this.
I don't know why my
Um,
stuff is messed up like that. All right.
it's time for the flash with Ash.
There we go.
I know you missed it last week, but I'm back. And rest assured me to be. It's no trivia today because
Woo!
I had Denzel this or that edition for the last episode. Since I didn't get to do that one, we're gonna do a Martin movie this or that edition.
Love Marty
So yeah,
Marr.
ready for that? Just a few, to get us warmed up. All right, so first out the gate, Blue Streak or Big Mama House? It's probably easy for bro,
I don't
but
know. It ain't easy for me.
oh, okay.
I got mine. I'm gonna go with Blue Streak.
Why?
I love Big Mama's House. Don't get me wrong, I do, but I think Blue Streak is just for me. I would like if I wanted to choose to watch one, I would probably choose Blue. It's just funnier to me. I think we get more of Martin really in his element being Martin than we do in Big Mama's House.
It's
Ash, what about you? Go. I'm still thinking on this. Is tough. This is a pretty tough one actually.
hard for me too because these are two of my top Martin movies for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious as well. Even though he's in costume, it's freaking hilarious. I mean, they both have so many quotables and like
Big Mama could never
I just
forget about that ass.
that ass
Ma. Ass, but
saying
girl,
that
yeah. Sherry, you had ass. Every time I talk, you like, I try to get you,
even
like,
hey, Sheriff was looking at that man like, what?
that was
It's
hard, bro.
hard, but Blue Street, we had Dave Chappelle in there.
mm,
Uh, but we got Nia Long. It's tough.
yeah, it's a good matchup.
And I love. This is hard. I never robbed you. Uh, I gotta go Blue Streak, but it's by a hair though, because it's really like these two are. I'm gonna go a hair because he had the dancing with the pizza, and that was a whole moment in our household. Like,
I mean, come on. He said, what did he say? I was ugly and I couldn't read good.
Oh man, pie, 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 pie. You know, shit like that. I think I'm gonna go Big Mama's house. I'm gonna echo on somebody's thing, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go Big Mama's house. I watched that recently, Blue Streak, not too long before that. When I watched it, I like because they're both comedy, but they got a nice dose of action. But I think Big Mama's house, there's a family connection to it that I really like. How he was with Trent and kind of a love interest, and then like Terrence Howard was doing this big one as far as being a villain. Like he was a scary dude. Between that and the Ashanti video, like Terrence Howard should have leaned all the way into that. Like he should have, he should have been got his Clifton Powell on for real. Because he like you see this light skinned dude with these color eyes in the dark, like bruh. He was doing his thing, even though it's a comedy film. So I probably go with that a little bit more. And then, what's my man's name? Mia, you know his name, the actor that supported him. He
oh, the
plays it.
white dude.
Yeah, he playing everything.
I literally was just watching
I'm gonna find
something
his name.
in it. Hold on.
Okay.
I was just watching something with him in it. Matter of fact, I was watching The Illusionist and he was in that.
But
Hold
you
on.
said he played on Billers or Billionaires, don't you, bro?
Billions. Yeah, I got his name. So
Paul
uh,
Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti. That he could do everything. You know what I mean? And so him just being like, this is my introduction to him. And then of course like the other movie with Cody Banks movie or whatever I think. But he did a great job supporting and like just being like he just does this well. So we got a lot of notable people in here, you know, and just the quotes. Ben, if you show your shaboinka, if you want to get with me, I mean, you could never get with me. I mean, you look like an old player, maybe a fake, like that whole everything. He was in his bag in both the
Was
movies. But Big Mama's house, I look forward to getting into that when we do it. But like, I'm going Big Mama's house. Sorry to make this long-winded, Ash.
but don't forget on Blue Streak, he was like, how long it take you to get your driver's license? That
Man,
movie,
get there. Straight
I would
up.
have died. In there.
He was going.
Oh, okay. I ain't mad at either one. That was fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so next up we have Black Knight or National Security. I took it back.
This is so hard, but I think I know. I love both of these. These are really close for me too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I have to go with Black Knight
Hmm.
because me and Mama C we wore both of these movies. I'm not gonna hold you. We wore both of these movies out, but we wore Black Knight out something crazy. Like just the whole premise of this movie was just so silly, but he always makes it like grounded in something real because of just how he is. Even
Mm-hmm.
though it's like the most fantastical situation, him being him just makes it so believable. Like,
Mm-hmm.
your daughter's a freak. Like,
Oh man.
Like the cry, like when he sliced through. Yeah, man.
but I do
Remember
love Blue Streak. Blue Streak is my jam too.
national security.
Right, national security. That's what I meant.
Yeah, it's Black Knight for me. I was never a big national security. I was late to the party. I think Dad put us on to that, and Daddy always found it hilarious. The B scene, of course, like the police brutality, fake out, like that is brilliant. Period. And the dude that played it, like he did it so well with the broom mustache, like he just looked like a real frustrated person. But Black Knight, just the do, like all of that. He had the shoes. You know what I mean? Like, remember even he saved the dude. He was like, "Man, come on, man, y'all about to kill this man because he's stealing some fruit." He's like, "Tell him he will have my ass." Like that. All of that is just. It's. I mean, come on, Martin. He just had such charisma that he carries it. Whatever he's doing, I'm rolling with. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going Black Knight.
I gotta go national security on this one.
Oh,
And I like Black Knight a lot. I think it's hilarious. That's why I brought it up because it's not talked about enough, to be honest.
yeah.
But I feel like I watched National Security way more. If it was on TV, I was watching it. And yeah, just the angry white man, like the reversal of that is just hilarious. And then he ends up having a black woman. Like it
Yeah,
worked.
I forgot
Worked.
about that.
It worked so good. Yeah, I gotta go national security.
All right.
All right, man, we back and forth on this
You can't
thing.
go wrong because they're both so good. I love Steve Zahn too. Like he's one of those underrated like he appears in so much, but you don't hear a lot about him.
Yep.
See, and that's what the Flash with Ash is about. You know what I mean? All right, two more, y'all. Two more rounds. So we're going life or thin line between love and hate.
Yeah, it's an easy one for me.
It's an
Okay.
easy one for me too. Like, don't get me wrong. A Thin Line Between Love and Hate is my jam. I love that
Oh,
movie, but I have to go with Life.
word.
I do because Life is just Eddie and Martin together, like the whole way through and the whole age up in the story. Like that's a good movie. Like the storyline, the writing, the whole thing is just really good. That's a good movie.
The son,
Like
look.
a thin line between love and hate is good for a little, little yang yang yang
Mhm.
around the house, a little funny. But life, that's a movie.
Yeah, I people like shout out to Rich and School and Spike. Like people know I don't like the movie Life at all. I feel like it's super overrated. I just don't find it funny. Like even if it's like, oh, okay, it's just wrong. Black men being wrongfully accused, and then that's the premise to build the comedy around. It's nothing funny for me. Every time I watch it, I'm like, bro, this is just not funny to me. And then it'd be different if they got out when they were young. They got out when they were mad old. Like, bro, you can't get no jazz. You can't really have no drink. You on medication now. Like you're going to a baseball game and it's just like, nah, bro. It never works for me. And I just don't find it funny at all. Like, I don't know. So for me, it's definitely Thin Line. I mean, again, I know some people don't like it because, and Martin, he directed it, and some people have their gripes about that. But I thought it was really interesting, and I think it might be set a precedent. I mean, we talked about Asunder, but I think it set a real precedent for the black romantic thriller. Like I said, Asunder was like one of the early ones that started, but I feel like Martin executed it on another level, and then of course now we've gotten better ones since then. So, but I think Thin Line was that first one. That was our what's the movie that I talked about? Fatal Attraction. That was in our community. That was our Fatal Attraction. So Thin Line between love and hate for me.
Mm. I love both movies. Life is funny to me.
Mm.
Of course, in the real life realness of it is not, but like they did a good job at making it funny. If you're not thinking on that deeper level, like of course Eddie and Martin together, freaking hilarious. Like even when they became old men, it was even funnier. Like the upper room, like all type of
hmm
cornbread. It's
hmm
so many moments in
Can't get
life. It's
right.
freaking hilarious. Can't get right. You had Bernie, Anthony, Anderson. I mean, it was Sanaa Lathan joint.
hmm
Um, but then line the fatal attraction aspect of it, like we in a classic bag right now. So for me, I gotta go with Thin Line Between Love and Hate because I the replay value is a little more heavy on that side. Even the and Lynn Whitfield, oh my gosh, like
Should
I
have got an
mean,
Oscar. Should have got an
that's what
Oscar.
I'm saying. She did her big one. She
Huh?
did her big one.
Y'all crazy.
Don't you know how much I love you? Like, bruh.
She was like, but I ain't gonna because we may review this at some point. So I ain't gonna get in my bag
We
for real.
definitely gonna review it. Don't worry
So
about
Now,
it.
let me
I could go there with y'all, but I'm not gonna go there with y'all because I know how Mo like we'll be talking about this forever.
Oh, my bad. All right.
we might go there.
Because
We might go there.
me and Mo will be the great debaters till the end of time because he's a Taurus and you know how they be
What, like about that movie?
about life and why.
Oh, Life. Okay.
But we're all entitled to our
Oh,
opinion.
you're talking about life. Okay, I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about
No,
Thin
I mean, let me say this.
I
I un-
love a thin line between love and hate. It's just I think life
yeah,
is a better made movie. It's a better
yeah.
movie.
I mean, Life has got so many quotables people use it today. So I understand why it's had such a mega impact. I just can't get past that. Like, it's like it's
It's a
just I
hard
can't.
stop.
It's so hard for me. Like I try. Like it's like okay, and even lines of stuff that like it'll make me laugh. There's moments it's like, but I come back to that reality because that's the storyline, and that's why it's just so I can't get past it. Like it's one of those movies for me. Like, and I have a lot of movies I could suspend stuff. I just can't get past that. I just feel so bad. Like for him. So and then old boy gets shot running out there. It's like God dang, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
It's like why am I laughing? But no doubt. But I get it. Yeah, you're right though. I guess whenever that movie comes up, then it's gonna be an interesting conversation.
We took a award in on this. All
Yeah,
right,
we are.
last one. This is probably gonna be easy. Welcome home, Roscoe Jenkins, or Nothing to Lose. But I don't know, cause bro seemed like you kind of
It,
like that.
this might not be as straightforward as one would think. I
Okay.
This is a hard one for me because what I do like nothing to lose is good and I think it's funny. I just didn't watch it that much. Like I
Okay.
think I was late to the party on this one and I didn't like it wasn't one that I played a lot. So I think I'm gonna go with Welcome Home Roscoe Jenkins because that's one that I watched recently and I don't know. I think it shows Martin in his his grown up light. It's a little bit different. It came a little after his initial run. And I don't know, I just really like that one. I think, and of course, the cast. But
Mhm.
I like them both. I just think Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins for me.
Yeah, we grew up. We were big Nothing to Lose fans in our household. Like we watched it so much, laughed about it so much. But I would pick Roscoe. I think the movie. I think at the core of what the movie is, especially now that we're older, it's like, bro, it's super relatable. And I'm like, God dang, like I felt where he was coming from. Give me some damn credit, Dad. Like, bro, like felt where he was coming. That line always just like all of the jokes and all of everything, but that line sits. And then just the job that Cedric did, that Monique did, that all of them did. Michael Clark Duncan, all of them. So yeah, I think that's the better movie. And that's the movie that I don't know if I would go to it first, but I would pick it if I'm this or that. So I'm picking that one.
I respect y'all opinion. I'm not mad at it. But I go with nothing to lose. The nostalgia in me, like he said, this was a nothing to lose household of ours.
Mm-hmm.
Martin laughing out the car when dude's shoes caught on fire. Like he's really laughing. Like this is like not even acting. There's a spider on your head. Like it's just so many quotables. But Roscoe Jenkins is the better movie because it's more depth. And then this one's like, oh, you think your wife's cheating and then you just go
Hilarious.
rob your boss. Like it's crazy. But it worked and it was funny. And then we got Big Mama as Martin's mama. She's slapping him and slapping like it was just. I have to
It's a
go.
it's a baby gash, like bro,
Like,
like
you got shot. The Twizzler, all
yeah,
that. But
Mr. Bean, Mr. B, will you stay with
yeah,
me forever, Mr. Bean? Like, yeah,
yeah, I gotta go. I just have to. So,
okay, I ain't mad at that.
but that wraps up the Flash with Ash. I know y'all missed it, but your girl is back,
Yeah,
and I hope y'all enjoy
for
it.
sure. We did. Anytime it's no trivia, it's the most enjoyable.
Now I might have to, next week. Now I'm gonna have to get back on it.
I know you got a job to do. All right. Here's the lay of the land in 91. Ash wasn't even on the Earth yet. You know what I mean?
The baby.
What about the baby? Uh, Mia was, months old to one, depending on where we fall in 91 of this film. Just that lays it out for y'all. So, some movies that were out: Jungle Fever, Spike Lee was tackling interracial relationships, Strictly Business. This is an early Halle Berry role, of course. House Party 2, the college sequel. The Five Heartbeats, cult classic music drama. Obviously, I know Mia loves that movie. Cape Fear with Robert De Niro. The music, Death Certificate, Death Certificate from Ice Cube had came out. Apocalypse 91, The Enemy Strikes Back came out as well, which is a Public Enemy. I Want to Sex You Up was just a moment in R&B. Sex You Up. Peaceful Journey was also doing its thing. As far as TV and cartoons, Rugrats debuted in 91. Doug and the Ren and Stimpy show, weird edgy humor. Ren and Stimpy was never, I know y'all might know this, but people that listen may not. Ren and Stimpy was never a kid's show. And I don't know if y'all ever seen the clips.
Yeah.
All right. Because, listen, this show is ridiculous, bro. Saved by the Bell was still huge. As far as the fashion goes, cross colors, bold, black, own fashion was doing this thing. The starter jackets. Need me one of those right now. MC Hammer, the influence of the baggy fits, the flashy style, the high top fades and flat tops. Spoiler alert, I'm growing me a high top. I'm committed all the way. So I'm about to get one of those. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's one of the supporters, DM was like, I already was in that bag. Was like, hey, they sent me a picture of all of the flat tops. And I was like, ironically, I was about to grow that. It's like, hey, go, do it. I was like, oh, I'm doing it. So yeah, watch the commitment. As far as gaming, Super Mario World, Super Nintendo was a staple. Arcades was still a social hub. Gosh, I miss arcades. Game Genie was cheat codes before cheat codes. Here's a few little random things. Actually, I forgot one thing before. As far as the world events, actually, this all got me all jacked up. Everything's kind of out of order. The Gulf War was dominated the headlines. The dissolution of the Soviet Union. How could I forget? The Rodney King beating was caught on camera, sparking national outrage. Nelson Mandela continued global influence after his 1990 release. And then I said some movies, but my notes is all jacked up here. But Boys in the Hood, New Jack City, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, The Silence of the Lambs, Hook. Because I know if I ain't say it, somebody will write in how you forget these. Of course, Fresh Prince, Fresh Prince was doing this thing. Family Matters, Different World, Beverly Hills 90210. I am watching that again currently. And is there anything else? The Disney Renaissance is in full swing with the Beauty and the Beast era starting. Uh, and yeah, that's about it. I think that lays the land as far as gaming, fashion, movies, music, culture, and news. So with that being said, Mia B, it's time for you to pull that lever and take us back to the movie we're reviewing today.
Okie dokie. Like Mo said, we're going back to 1991 and we are going to be talking about Talking Dirty After Dark. The laughs and overlapping love lives of a handful of raunchy stand up comics at a late night LA comedy club. Dookie's is an LA hotspot featuring a lineup of both novice and notorious comedians who get big laughs with dirty jokes. For cast, we have Martin Lawrence as Terry Wilson, John Witherspoon as Dookie Sinclair, Jetta Jones as Ruby Lynn Sinclair, Phyllis Yvonne Stickney as Aretha, Tom Tiny Lister as Big, Marvin Wright Bay as Jackie, Renee Jones as Kimmy, Daryl Sivad as Percy, Lance Crowther as Kwame, Dwayne Kennedy as Roach, Rodney Winfield as Rudy Ray, and appearances from comedy legends Ronaldo Ray, Joe Torre, Mark Curry, LaWanda Page, and Chino Fats Williams. This film was released on August 16th, 1991.
Okay, thank you for that, Mia B. All right. So neither one of you have seen this film, correct? All right. Ash. So this is a press play for both of y'all. So what was your experience like watching this movie in real time? What was the vibe you feeling and getting?
So yeah, I've never seen this before. I don't even remember hearing about it. And of course, I've been a big Martin fan forever, but this just slipped by. I've never heard of it. Didn't remember seeing anything, but I love how I had all the heavy hitters in there. Lots of people just getting into their acting career, and then obviously putting the comedy aspect into it. But to be frank, I didn't like it. I did not like it. It was hard for it didn't really keep my attention. Like I found myself drifting, and I think because I love how I see what they were trying to do, the upcoming comedian, the behind the scenes of trying to be. I know we'll get into it obviously, but it fell flat for me. Like it wasn't enough storytelling for me.
Hmm.
But I don't want to get too deep into it unless you want me to go there. But um, yeah,
Keep that
so
thought because that might be the style in which we conversate about it.
okay. But again, shout out to all the hitters in there. But I personally didn't enjoy it.
Okay. Mia.
Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna have to agree with my girl. And I'm not okay, and I only mean in the sense that there wasn't a lot of story. I did enjoy it. Like it was funny. There were a lot of funny moments and I get it. I get it. There are movies like this that I enjoy. Like I remember when I was young, I used to watch Cat Williams' American Hustle, which is kind of the same style, just a group of comedians with a movie that don't make no sense in between their comedy sets. And so I get it, like the premise is just one of those movies that I would put on if I want something mindless that I can laugh
Mm-hmm.
at, that I'm not really looking for much more than a couple laughs
Mm-hmm.
because it isn't much of a story. It's just a bunch of stuff happening
Mm-hmm.
throughout the night and a reason to get all these comedians in a movie. Like it was like they just threw something together to have a reason
Mm-hmm.
to put them in a movie. But I will say though, one thing that was really cool to me, I don't remember ever seeing Lance Crowther in anything before he was Pootie Tang. Like I didn't know he was a
Yeah.
comedian. I had no idea
Mm.
that he was like
Mm-hmm.
doing things back in the day. So that was really cool to see him like speaking words.
Yeah, regular.
And I was like, "Oh shoot, that's Pootie Tang." So it was
Right.
like really that was a cool moment for me. So there were like things about it that I like. It's just it's not one that I like.
Hmm.
It was for rent for $3.99, or I could buy it for $4.99, and I rented it because I knew I wasn't about to watch this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, no doubt. Uh, I completely see where y'all coming from, and I agree. Like the storytelling aspect of it, the writer, which is also the director, it should have chose how I wanted to approach. Like it tried to lead with this is the lead, and then it moved to ensemble, and that affects the storytelling. But as far as me, I have seen this before, but only once. And I feel like it was like around the pandemic. It could have been 2020, 2021. Just trying new stuff and trying to, because I had started to get into The Wire for the first time. So I was like, let me watch it. I watched The Sopranos for the first time. I was behind, but I started Game of Thrones. So I was in this like bag of checking out things I hadn't seen before. And I remember seeing this. Like, bro, how have I never heard this or seen this? And when I watched it then, I thought the movie was funny and just fried. I like, y'all fried. Like, y'all are fried. This is a fried movie. And watching it this time, I felt the exact same way. I definitely laughed out loud. I wasn't chuckling. I was getting real laughs, just the audacity and some of the moments, and just this being 91. It's like, okay. And again, like y'all said, was the execution there? We could see where it fell short, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. It's like one of those things where once I understood what this is, then I could enjoy it for what it is. You know what I mean? Like we got a lot of 2000s comedy movies like this, not like comics, but comedy movies that are like we got a superhero movie called Kick Ass. It's like, yeah, it can try to be deep, but it ain't that deep. But we still gonna enjoy Kick Ass. Like it's a superhero dude, you know what I mean? So I did enjoy it for what it was, but I do see where there was moments of poor execution that I could see why people wouldn't like it, and I think that it would kind of explain why we haven't heard about it. With that being said, and whoever wants to answer by any means, how do y'all feel Martin did? This is his debut role in the sense of being a quotation mark lead. How do y'all feel about how he did in this movie?
I mean, I think Martin did what Martin does. I mean, especially this is tailored around, comedy. So him being funny and, the mannerisms and, you know, even him with Ruby, the wife, when he just doing all that, all that. Like he just was in his Martin bag. I didn't expect anything more because again, what was provided, what was written. I mean, he really didn't have to do much. So I mean, it was just Martin being Martin to me. And to your point too, I do fried movies. Like
Yeah,
I can appreciate a fried movie, but this one it didn't like I laughed a little bit. It didn't make me like I wasn't cracking up. You know what I mean? And again, I didn't know what to expect because I never seen it. But like, so I can appreciate a fried movie. It doesn't have to always have a ton of depth to it. But this one, I don't know. It just
and here's what I'll say, and Mia, I want you to jump in as far as how you feel about Martin. And y'all tell me if this is true or not. Do y'all think the possibility of like with the humor aspect of it is because this is hyper testosterone style humor? Not I don't know. I maybe I still like it's still funny to me because I mean again we grew up a certain way, but I didn't know if that was kind of thing or it may just not be good. The jokes are not that good. I just wanted to see did that play a part at all.
Not for me. I mean, I
Okay.
like the jokes. Like I liked
Okay.
Terry's bit, and then I liked the one dude with the Kango. What he was saying,
Yeah. Okay.
about the black people on the news. Like I found some humor. You know what I mean? I just in its totality, I just didn't. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But the bits were, yeah. I mean, I don't mind.
Okay.
That don't bother me personally.
All right, what about you, Mia? How you feel Martin did in this role, and how did you feel about the humor?
Like Ash said, I feel like Martin was just being Martin. Like it wasn't that he did any better or than any of his other early roles. I feel like he did what you would expect him to do with what was written.
Mm-hmm.
It was very reminiscent of like early Martin TV show Martin. Like
Mm-hmm.
just very exaggerated personality.
Mm-hmm.
And, I I don't know how a lot of people feel about this. I have mixed feelings about this because we get into the whole Martin as a sex symbol thing. And it doesn't necessarily work all the time. I feel like him being the object of desire only works in certain situations, in certain movies that I've seen
Okay,
where
sorry to cut you off. Just
Mhm.
quickly, where did it work for you for Martin
That's what I
being?
was gonna ask.
I got to know, like, because
I feel like with I think, and I know a lot of people disagree, I think it worked in A Thin Line because he was funny and charismatic in a confident way. It was the confidence that I think did it. And I think it works in movies where it isn't supposed to necessarily look like somebody is chasing after him. It that worked in A Thin Line because of like the confident, funny guy thing, like the club promoter thing.
Mm-hmm.
But in
Mm-hmm.
most of his movies, he's the chaser, the pursuer
Mm-hmm.
of the woman, and I think that works for him
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to him and a love interest in a movie because of the type of guy he is.
Okay.
But we're playing the married guy who's already married.
Okay.
And this, like, her chasing after little Terry was just so, like, it was kind of cringy. I'm not gonna lie,
He young bones though. He young bones like that. That's not
but then
for that.
it was a little cringy.
I don't think it's far fetched for real. Like just because
And you might be right. You could be
only
right.
because he young. Like he probably like 21, 22. She's 40 plus, not getting attention. I don't think that. Hey, listen, we'll
See,
get there. But I don't. I know what you mean, and that's why I think it can work for this. But I do know what you mean as far as Martin being a sex symbol. I do think that I think there's this subconsciousness of how he plays certain roles where either he's writing it or giving insight on like playing something that he ain't necessarily been in his real life. I think obviously there's a Martin episode. He takes the ring off and he's that guy. But then we get the backstory of how things really went with him and Gina. So I think there is a thing with Martin where, he's doing that. And I can understand that. Like I've wrote stuff where it's like, okay, I'm going to insert myself this way, but I may have not necessarily. So, but I understand what you mean. Like, yeah, it didn't work.
I
Anyway,
mean,
continue. My bad.
and as far as the humor, no, like I grew up in the 90s. I'm very, very akin. Like I love me some good raunchy 90s style humor. Okay, I love all that politically incorrect, inappropriate shit. That was my time.
Yeah.
I think it was a little disjointed.
Okay.
And I like and a little I don't know. I don't even know. I got to work my thoughts out on it.
That's all right. We'll lay out the kind of dynamics. I feel like this movie might go in that direction, and then
Yeah.
maybe you'll be able to elaborate a little more on where the disjointedness was coming through in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt Martin did good. Where I say I didn't like where Martin was doing, it was certain moments where and again, maybe they were trying to he was trying to go for a comedic thing, but it's the kind of the fake crying thing that Martin is doing here. Like it's like a couple moments in the freezer, moment at what I'm saying, let me pull up the cast. The moment when he's in there with Dookie. It's just certain moments where it's like I feel like it's too Martin-esque in those moments. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. No, it's just, man, come on, man. Like, at certain moments, it's like, okay, it's oversell in those moments. Because there's moments that didn't fit. Like, okay, you're not getting an erection. Okay, we got it. But it's like oversell on the, like, I get maybe they were going, that was the decision he made as a comic to, like, I feel this will come off the funniest, but I felt like I didn't like those moments. But I think he did a really good job. I think that the director and also the writer, the same person, should have trusted him more to lead. And I'll speak to that later in the movie as far as that, because that's where I feel like the trust wasn't fully there. If this movie was developed 2-3 years later, after the Martin show was what it was, we having a different conversation. I mean, we know Bad Boys come up after that. You know what I mean? So I think we're having a different conversation, but you know, it's early. And again, Martin had already done Boomerang. He already done House Party. I think though that was enough to say, hey, yo, this guy, and I think Def Comedy Jam. So I think, oh, this is enough. This guy can do it, you know. So my next question, do y'all think this movie could have used a sequel?
No.
No. Okay. I do, but yeah. If this film was made today, who would y'all have liked to see in some of these roles?
Well, I know this is a tough because we're like
I
we're
mean,
at the cusp of that generational thing where the people who these kids find funny, I don't necessarily always find funny, but maybe like mm,
like a Rennie or something?
so I like Rennie.
Country Wayne, maybe?
Oh, maybe. Perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Uh,
country.
that's tough. All the comedians that I really vibe with
It
are
ain't got to be that new. It could be like a little further back, like a Mike Epps, you know, Kevin Hart.
because I'm a Dave Chappelle fan.
Okay,
Like
yeah, Dave.
Dave,
Dave could be Dookie, maybe.
that, but Dave is a little too.
He's so like acquired.
He's too serious to be a Dookie. Like now, the older Dave.
Yeah, that's
Like
true. That's true. Like back in the day, you're right. Yeah.
I think
But who do y'all think could play Terry? Like who would be? Like, I'll skim it down so y'all don't have to think too much about it. But like who y'all think could play Terry? Like who would be the essential lead? And I'll pull up some comedians while y'all are.
And you're saying around that time?
Like I'm saying, like in this time, like if this movie was say, like we're in reboot culture right now. Like so, if they say, hey, we're gonna talking dirty after dark in a different way.
the crazy thing is there are a lot of young comedians, but there aren't a lot of young comedic actors. Like
Right.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
part.
Like I can think of a whole bunch of internet comedians, but I can't think of a lot of young comedic actors who are putting out like comedy movies right now.
Bro, stop trying to type my stuff in for me, man.
Like a DC Young Fly, he is a comedic actor.
Okay. Y'all think any one of them are the 85 South between them three? Y'all think any of them could have?
Carlos Miller is my favorite, but he's a little older. Like he's older than us.
I mean, we could kind of move the dynamic of it. Like if we were like producing this today, we could kind of maybe the comedian's like on his last like few days, and then he's like, "Bro, I gotta blow. I'm out to leave this alone." And he, you know, we could remix it in today's era. You know what I'm saying?
Carlos is the funniest.
Carlos. Yeah.
DC is the least funniest to me, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he's like naturally funny, but yeah, I think Chico's probably like right in the middle. He's like definitely got a little bit of both.
As far as stand-up goes, I've seen Carlos Miller and I've seen Chico being. I think Carlos Miller is he's got like the stand-up comedy chops.
Yeah.
That are just like it's just he has that.
Jay Farrow, yeah, Jay Farrow. You know, he does, you know, a lot of the impressions. You know, like one of the big
fan of his acting.
Okay. So this
other than the voices, I'm like, I'm not drawn.
You're not drawn to like, okay. All right, so this would be a hard movie to try to pull off with young talent at this point, or you have to kind of change the genre of this movie. Like maybe it's not a comedic film, maybe it's more of a dramatic film that has,
And I
some.
like oh boy with the light skinned dude. Unhand me now. What's his name? He got the big nose.
From Chicago.
Yeah.
Um,
Unhand me now.
what is his name?
Start with an M, don't it? Like yeah, I know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly who you're talking about because he has pretty eyes.
Oh, I know, yeah,
Yeah.
with the goatee.
Yeah. What's his
I don't
name?
know his name, but I know who you're talking about. I ain't really
Yeah, he's
seen.
funny.
I ain't really
He's
seen his stuff,
hilarious.
but yeah, but he was on tour with like Mike Epps now.
Mhm.
Okay. So it will be a little bit of a challenge. Lastly, before we kind of get into our dynamics of the movie, growing up, we all was watching or not supposed to be watching some households Comic View back in the day. Who was one of y'all favorite comedians back in that era? And that wasn't mainstream, so to speak. I mean, they're on TV, but not mainstream like that. Like they didn't like go up like like a Lil Rel or what, you know what I mean? But like back in that day. And I'll look up some comedians just to refresh our memory.
Like the bald dude. He was like
Howie Bell?
no, Howie's I like Howie, but I think he was a tall, skinny dude. Um Damon. I think his name is Damon. Uh, Damon something. He was
Oh,
tall.
Damon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know who you
Damon
talking about.
Williams. He was funny. Damon Williams.
Yeah, 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 yeah. He was. Let me see.
I think I really love. I always love Arnaz J.
Arnaz J. Absolutely. That's what I'm looking for.
Yes.
There were so many. Like that's when comedy was like at its peak. Like
Yeah,
Crawford, Bruce.
yeah. J. Anthony Brown was in there.
Mm,
Some more.
this is where like a lot of people did end up being big, not necessarily movie stars, but just in other spaces. Like
Tony
uh,
Roberts. That is
That
my
that
guy.
that's
he-
who I was going with. Tony Roberts. I was looking trying to find his name. Tony Roberts
Yes.
was the one for me.
I've
Yes.
seen him live too, and he is like butt gut like stomach
Like
hurting the
stop.
whole
Yeah.
Stop. I can't breathe.
literally.
I want to go see him too, because I know he's
Yeah.
still doing this thing. Yeah.
That's who I want to see. Tony Roberts. I come out of pocket for that.
Yeah.
All right, man. Comic View on BT coming extra 6 nights a week. Get your laugh on. Hey, everybody, get your like. Come on, man. That BT golden there right there. All right, let's get into the movie, man. I think we've definitely laid the land fully in our conversation here. So, what do y'all want to do? Y'all want to go for some scenes? Y'all want to talk about dynamics as far as some of the relationships, in the film? We can go wherever y'all want to go when talking about this movie.
We could start with Dookie and Ruby
Okay.
Lynn because that's the first people you really see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where to begin.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, all right. So Dookie's the club owner. It looks like he was like a gangster turned club owner. I'm assuming something like that. He seemed like he got a little bit of a street element to him. And shout out to John Witherspoon, rest in peace. Like I think he did a good job. I was actually really happy to see him kind of like I think they were trying to make Martin the lead, but I felt like he was the lead. I think he had the most pivotal coverage of the film. But like he's having these like problems with his wife. They're exclusive, but they're acting like they're not exclusive. And it's like he's looking for something just to go step out. Like I didn't quite get the dynamics of their relationship. Like, and then he kind of has an idea that she's, shamming, scamming, finessing. And he's kind of got a little bit of a crush on their lead comic,
Aretha.
Aretha. And he has a misunderstanding on it, but she is definitely gaslighting him for sure.
Mhm.
Uh, so yeah, that's laid out. So y'all go where y'all want to go with from that point.
Oh, okay. Um, let's see here. I want to just say, I think the actress who plays Aretha, Phyllis Yvonne Stickney, I've always thought she was one of the most beautiful women ever. Everything she's ever been, I'm always like, she is just gorgeous.
Yeah,
The way she like speaks and like carries herself, she's always just been like regal and beautiful to me.
yeah, real
So I
Nubian.
wanted that to for her to be playing like that lead as far as like the beautiful actress role.
Hmm.
You know, because it's the 90s. You didn't see a lot of really like dark skinned women get in
For sure.
that um but you can kind of see immediately that Ruby Lynn she freaked out. She a little bit of a freak. She talking greasy immediately to Dookie, and then as soon as she gets to the club, she pulling little Terry into the broom closet. It's just like, okay, she's an old freak, and that's who her character is, and that's what.
That's what made it so wild. Go ahead, Ash.
Hey, like he didn't ever go all the way with her, right? Like
Hmm.
Terry, did they ever like officially
I
smash?
think I think that's a good question
Or was
because
it just
he
like
has some erectile problems, and he says because of her. So it make you think maybe they didn't, but maybe he
couldn't
kept.
get there?
See, I didn't think about that till you just said it.
I mean, I think because my thing is, how long have you been trying to get spots, right? Like more
Hmm.
time. And then obviously you got to spend more time with Ruby trying to.
A lot
Because if
more of
I'm
this.
Ruby, right? If I'm Ruby, I'll let you play around. Like she said, you can hold up your end. Like you know, I'm gonna need what I need.
Yeah,
But
I think you're right. He probably stretched it out. He probably played mind games with her, like he don't care about you. I care about you. Like he probably stretched it out. You know what I
right,
mean? Yeah, yeah, that yeah. But anyway, go ahead.
uh, yeah, Dookie, John, rest in peace. So are we to assume, or maybe it was there and I didn't, that he was already cheating on Ruby?
That's
No,
that.
Was Like, was he messing around on her at all? Or she was just, because it seemed like when she was like talking to Terry and being with him, like she had thoughts that he was kind of doing his own thing too. Or was it not until she felt like it was something going on with Aretha? Couldn't really gauge
Yeah, I think it was he wasn't messing around, but I think that he treated the business like another
it.
woman,
So she was,
like she's like ever since you had a business, it's like we used to do this, we used to do that, and so I think that his
makes sense.
his love interest was his business, and then who's helped leading the business is Aretha. So you
Mm-hmm.
kind of tie in the love for his business, and then the
Mm-hmm.
face of his business being Aretha, a woman that is actually a beautiful young woman in comparison, that
Mm-hmm.
gives her this idea to say, hey, I am justified in my pursuit because you stopped doing the things you're supposed to do, and now we're here. So yeah, I don't think he was cheating. I just think he stopped showing her attention that she was supposed to
Mm-hmm.
get as a wife.
Okay, that's fair. I think that's a great assessment.
Mm. Um. So then we kind of get the little bit of the Ruby Lynn and Aretha dynamic, and we get a great scene from it. And bro, this again, another this scene was funny because it's like felt very authentic and like I like Aretha, but I found some things interesting. I found some things real interesting about Aretha that I'll speak to. But what did y'all think about this? Now we kind of got a little bit of the backdrop of like what their issue is like maybe Ruby Lynn believes she's sleeping with her husband, or maybe she just believes that her husband is into her, why he's not showing her Ruby Lynn time. Like, what did y'all make of that dynamic between them two?
Well, okay. So I could tell. that it was a Ruby Lynn probably assumed that there was something going on between Dookie and Aretha. And she probably was a little jealous of Aretha. And she probably felt like, as half owner of the club, she deserved a certain level of reverence or respect. Where Aretha, being the big draw at the club, felt like she didn't have, girl, get out of my face. Like, I do business with Dookie. Y'all don't have to talk to you
Mm.
pretty much. But the way that Aretha framed it made it very like it made it very like easy to assume that her and Dookie were messing around. The way she spoke about their relationship sounded like
Yeah.
they were messing around. But we know she's got that, her big man at home who she seemed to love when she left. But the way she talked to Dookie and the way she talked to Ruby Lynn about Dookie, it did sound like they were having an affair. But I could tell just in my movie brain that it was a misdirect and nothing was going on because she was talking about it. So frankly, I was like, ain't nothing happening because of how she's talking about it. Like they're trying to throw us off.
Yeah. Again, Aretha seemed like such a strong, independent woman. Like, so for her to take that route with Dookie just for like to remain the cash cow, like I wouldn't have believed it anyway, because it's like she's already standing on her own. Like,
Hmm.
so I don't see her taking that route like Terry is taking with Ruby to try to get more. You know what I mean? Because she
Hmm.
seems obviously established, and she's been working with Dookie directly for however long. You can see it's been some tenure there.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I don't think nothing was going on, but I think that the absence of Dookie for Ruby was causing more and more, turmoil in her head. Because again, like you said, you're not doing the things you used to do at the crib, and then he's treating the business like his woman, and then the woman in the business is the cash cow and the priority. So yeah, and I'm finna get my swerve on.
You know what? I
To
think
get
yeah,
mine.
yeah.
Yeah, not fun.
You fried.
I
I'm
don't
not.
condone
I'm not
cheating.
saying anything is going on, but nah. I think again, the movie they didn't really execute levels of depth like that. But I think maybe, just maybe, they were attempting to show you Aretha versus Terry in a sense of what two comics are willing to do to actually be on, to be notarized in the community for their talent. Aretha's not playing the politics, which is why she has no compromise when dealing with Ruby Lynn. She's like, bro, I ain't got to talk to you. I ain't got to do nothing. Like she's doing all that. I have no compromise. Yeah, is her the way she's verbal about things a little gaslighty? Yeah, it is, but it's 91. But it speaks to the difference versus Terry. Like Terry don't believe. I don't know if he don't believe enough in his skill or what it was that felt he needed to pursue Ruby Lynn to get on. You know what I mean? Versus her, it's like, bro, I don't have to do that. I'm the face of the club. So maybe they were trying to give us a little bit of a contrast of comics, a seasoned comic versus a up and coming comic, or just showing you a difference between this is what a woman comic would do standing on her business versus a man comic trying to, make his bones a certain way. Because we see a lot of the men do whatever to try to get on versus her standing on business the entire time. So I don't know if they were which interpretation that I'm supposed to take it from, but it is interesting now that we're kind of opening that door with that. So with Aretha and Big, why is she with this man?
Why you think she would?
Because his name,
Keyword. Keyword.
his name, huh?
Yeah.
There's a word.
It says
Two
justice.
G's
Justice
that
is what y'all saying.
Oh no, a lot of them beefed up dudes.
I mean, this man causing earthquakes. You got to believe something, right?
But I mean, a lot of them not proportioned like that. Like, I mean, the compensation again. Hey,
Compensation.
I'm saying like now some may be proportioned,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm not saying that They're not. But saying as though this is my expertise of topic here. No, this was-
Expertise. But think about it. A woman like Aretha, it's got a track, right? Like that's got a track. Because
Oh, he-
if not, if that's not the case, if justice is not the case, explain to me why she's with him.
Well,
protection.
Protection?
love, obviously.
Oh yeah, there's that.
This guy don't even know how to spell love. What are you talking about? Like,
Well, to be honest, care how much justice Tiny has, and rest in peace.
rest in peace, man. Thank you for your work, bro.
He can keep it for sure.
Okay.
Personal.
We got to keep in mind this is 91.
Yeah.
There's a certain guys who look like Tiny. There was nowadays, we know Ash. We know what's really up with the beefed up. We know. But back in the day, that wasn't the common consensus, right? They didn't know. So it was all about the look.
Hey, this is Talking Dirty After Dark. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hey, you feel it? This is the show we're doing right now.
It's officially dark outside. What can I say?
It's dark outside.
So we know, but I think it was just like that. And again, I don't think, as far as the movie is concerned, it had to make any sense.
Right.
Pick these people in this movie because they wanted to make a movie and they needed her man to be beefed up and crazy so he could come to the club and cause a scene and try to beat everybody up.
Yeah.
That's just what they needed. And it's silly. He's silly. He breaking the furniture. He's shaking the whole apartment complex. And that's just a little silly whatever that they had to throw in this movie.
Hey, listen, could you imagine a couple moves in your apartment complex and a dude is so strong he's shaking the whole foundation of the building, bro. And this is a normal thing. Like, that's hilarious to me, bro. Like, you're shaking the whole building. Like, bro, can we get him moved over to section C, please? Put him at the front of the apartments, bro. But yeah, so just kind of going into Dookie's, the club, we get 3 stand-up bits and then a little bit of a bit from like the 2 hosts. Actually, before we get to the bit,
okay,
let's bring up my guy, not Brother Roach, the guy that was the host. I'm trying to get his name in there. Jackie. So, and did you get the young lady's name?
Kimmy.
Okay, so this whole Jackie and Kimmy thing, he's kind of that dude. You know what I mean? He's kind of that dude that's been around. There was a conversation earlier between Jackie and Terry, about like, bro, settling down and all that. And obviously Jackie is he's a veteran comedian that turned, and that's the least interpretation, turn host. And like, yo, I'm still doing this. This is my gig. So I'm rolling, but I'm looking to settle down. That's what I'm on. We get these 2 ladies that are constantly chasing him that are OD completely, but he's pursuing this woman. Then this woman decides to, pretty much turn up. Like, all right, look, this is my competition because it's the other woman in the bathroom told him like, this is the culture, this was going on. So she ends up, beefing up, taking the glasses off, kind of putting the kitties out. Shortening the skirt, trying to like bring the attention, and he doesn't like it. And there's kind of this whole storyline between them two. Eventually they stay together and they do their thizzle. But like, what did you think about this plot, and what did you think about the dynamic of that relationship in this whole, because this is all taking place, like this is just one night at the club, which I appreciate for how all over the place this movie is, the conciseness of, hey, this is just a night at the comedy club. This is just another night.
Oh, Mo, Lord have mercy. Okay. This is where it starts to get a little disjointed for me, right?
Okay, here we go.
So, Jackie And I hate to say, I don't know who this comedian is. I don't I'm not I wasn't familiar with him
Hmm.
prior to, and so, he's the MC. Apparently, he's like the hot shit, and
Yeah,
all the
for
ladies
sure.
want. But I like the whole thing just was so um uninteresting to me. Like I just wasn't interested in his storyline with this girl. Like she was very pretty. I thought it was funny. Like the two women chasing him around was super OD. It was so
Yeah,
annoying.
yeah,
And um it was just weird because it was supposed to be their first date, but then when he's on stage, he's like, "I think I love her," and I'm like, "What are we doing? Do y'all know each other? Like, were y'all like friends?" And yeah, you finally got the nerve to ask her out. What is the real relationship here? Because it's your first
yeah.
date, but y'all are in love, and she mad, and it was just a lot. It was again just looked like somebody just threw a little script, a little piece of script in there for him because they wanted him to have a part in the movie. They wanted these two women to
Hmm.
have a part in the movie, and it just didn't necessarily feel like it had to make sense. But I
What's
felt
dude
like
name?
their storyline was probably my
Jackie, Jackie
it,
and Kimmy.
it just wasn't very it wasn't interesting to me, I guess.
Okay, I'm not mad at it. Ash, what do you have to say about that dynamic in this film?
About Jackie and Kimmy,
Yeah,
and that's the light skinned dude, right?
yeah. The
Mm.
host dude, yeah,
Oh,
that
okay.
talked
With
to Terry
women.
early in the movie, and yeah, the chick with the glasses.
Yeah, I didn't like it either, and that's where it was losing me because I'm like, they were kind of giving him a lot of screen time at some point, and I'm just like, what does this have to do with what I'm supposed to be paying attention to, or what I feel like I should be paying attention to, which is Terry? Like it wasn't gelling right, and he wasn't giving. Like I'm not getting chick magnet from this dude. Like it wasn't giving at all. I didn't believe it. I don't believe that these women are throwing themselves at you. And again,
I mean,
he could
this
be.
is 91 though. Like he light skinned, got the eyes, got the smooth
It's
suave, got some clout. It's in 91.
and that's what I'm saying. Like it's believable for the time. And he is, the light bright with eyes, but it just wasn't given. Like he wasn't. He's not cute. Like to me. And again, this is just Ash. Okay, like but
I'm sorry, I
Ash
can't.
because just because you're light skinned with eyes doesn't mean you're attractive stuff. But that's usually the cheat code. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
for me, like he was corny. He was like, and these women, like the one that came over, she was promiscuous, right? Like she was throwing it
she going
all. So
crazy.
yeah, like so to me, the guy would have had to be more like Bill Bellamy and How to Get Away. You know what I mean?
But
Like how to be
yeah.
a
Like
player
how to
type.
be a
Like
player.
I
Like,
just wasn't getting that type of energy from him. So I'm like, not buying that. Like these women is flocking to you, and
is
your
it
energy wasn't giving that.
is it crazier? And I want you to chime in too, man, because I know you talked about that love interest with Martin character Terry. Is it crazier to believe Jackie's character or Terry's character as far as like, oh, they got motion, they got options?
I
For me,
think
oh, go ahead, Mia.
okay, my bad. I think the circumstances of each, I would say it's harder to believe the Jackie
Mm.
storyline just because I don't like the him being on a date. That's believable. Him having, but I just don't. I guess because I don't know who he is. Like if he was a super famous comedian and he wasn't like crazy attractive, but we knew he was famous and like he had a big name, people just knew who he was. It would be very believable because women throw themselves at famous men all the time, what
Right.
regardless of what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
But because I don't know who he is, it didn't come off as believable to me.
I'm sorry. It's the regardless of what he look like, because that is so true in the industry. Like it happens all the time. So many rappers, I'd be like, "How is this happening? How is this possible?" But they do it. So it's you said it. Just I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, like,
That's
we
true. It's very
know.
true.
And maybe in 91 he people knew who he was. It just I'm not familiar. So
Okay. Okay.
and then with the Terry, I find it as cringy as it was. I can see it as believable just because young guy, like he said, I'm like 7 years old. Like he's young, he's on the scene, he's hot in the pants. He's ready to smash anything that comes his way.
Hmm.
He has
Yeah.
no standard. So
Nah.
I believe that.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm going with Jackie as well for all the reasons that I had mentioned
Yeah.
before. Now, and maybe it's a different actor could have convinced me. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Maybe it's actor choice for me. Like, 'cause I mean, I still don't feel like it was gelling with the movie as a whole. Like that, like you said, it was just taking a whole different route. But it could have helped if it was like a different person,
Hmm.
maybe. But yeah,
Yeah. Shout out to the actor. His name's Marvin Wright Bay. But I think it's just the writer slash director. I think it just came off like it's like you wanted to make Terry Martin Lawrence's character the lead, but then you didn't know how far to invest in writing all of these additional stories with him. And so then
hmm
you start to lean into the additional characters. You get more storylines and more plot to kind of fill the movie out to get to over an hour of a film to call it a legitimate film. It's an hour 20 something minutes. It feels like that, and it's like we really didn't need this love story between him and Kimmy because we wasn't invested. We didn't care. We didn't like the thing is we seen uh Ruby Lynn and Dookie in their house. So they gotta play it. They play a heavy part. We seen Terry in his house. So
hmm
between them two, that couple and Terry, we seen them at the house. So they must be important. Them two, the two different plots were in the opening part of the film. Then
We
you
saw
wanna huh?
Aretha and Big. We saw them at their house.
We saw Aretha, okay, and yeah, Aretha and Big at their house. So after that, we don't need no additional. We don't need to know how fly or how popular or how desired he is. Like it was just we're taking screen time away, and that's where it's like
yeah,
this
it was a
movie,
lot of
like, because the problem is when the movie poster comes out, and I'm using an alternative poster because I don't want YouTube to take our YouTube down for the original poster. It's not like that explicit, but I ain't taking no chance. But they have Martin as the poster, and then
mhm.
it's so it's like that's supposed to be the lead. He's the a actor, number one. But you don't treat that like this, and we see that in this moment when we get all of this, all of these scenes, and all of this, and like it's so many ways they could have done it differently, and this is a part of why this movie's probably not talked about as much.
Yeah,
So
it was underwhelming. Like it was too much screen sharing going on.
yeah.
Like you would have never known Martin was the lead in this movie. It was just yeah, he was taking it everywhere and I was losing interest in Terry to be honest. There was so much going on. Like
Hmm.
I'm not invested. I don't know who Terry is other than he need to pay his phone bill and he trying to get more time on
And he
stage.
need to get his car fixed. This nigga can only drive in reverse.
But
Hey,
like
that was so funny.
other than that, I don't know anything about you,
Hey,
Terry.
Lord.
Like, oh,
Car
nothing.
driving in reverse only. I need to get some new gears. Is crazy. That was the line. Like, bruh, how are you on public streets driving in reverse only? That it's. I was crying laughing when the first time I watched it, I was crying laughing because he was like, "Oh yeah, let me go around again." This dude hit the reverse. Go. I was like, bro, that is crazy. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Um, Another thing. I think that makes a movie kind of like disjointed is usually when we have a movie that's based around a certain topic, like we have more of it. Like Terry, we should have, instead of having so many comedians with teeny tiny little clips of a set or the whole Jackie storyline, they could have gave Martin's character a longer set so we
Oh
could
man.
see what he could do on stage. Like the whole point is that he's a comedian, he's funny, he's proving that he's funny, he's new. We really could have took, but again, I know what they were trying to do. They're making a comedy movie about comedians. They showcased everybody's talent, but it took away from his main focus as, the star of the movie because we only see him for 30 seconds on stage.
Mm-hmm. 30 seconds is crazy. I mean, yeah, because it's like if he's gonna be our main character, let's follow him in the day of the build up for him to actually get more stage time. Let's just follow him.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't even need like shout out to Mark Curry, for his set. Shout out to, the woke brother and his set.
Mhm.
And both those sets were good. Everybody's set was good. Like I'm gonna lay that out. Like I think we all probably can agree. And I'll speak a little bit to Terry's set and whatever, but like we could have followed Terry's life. Like, okay, I gotta get these money out of these bills. Like, dang, I gotta reach her. I gotta go over here real quick. Like we could have followed him, and the whole buildup could have been him getting to Dookie's. And then we can get everything else as far as the wild politics of being at this comedy club. And this is just another Friday night for comics. But we could have followed Dookie the whole time. We didn't really need Aretha's story as far as her and Big and let me calm him down, do a 500 this and eat you some cookies and milk and what I mean. We don't really need that. We don't really need the brother that's stuck in the 80s with the curly hair. You know what I'm saying? Like he's catching a bus, he don't know where he's going. We don't need none of that. Like because none of it is. There's those payoffs are pretty thin. There's really thin payoffs. Is it funny? Sure. Probably in 91, people was rolling because it's booty call. This is, we got some crazy movies at the time. But like now it's like, okay, these movies is just movies of the time, but it ain't necessarily like, I didn't write this to age well. And it's hard to age well with comedies. But we're not tripping about the raunchiness of it because that's fine. Like most time people trip about it because they don't like the content because it don't age for our era. But we ain't tripping about that. I'm more so tripping about the execution. You know what I'm saying? So that which we're all talking about. But
yeah.
What did y'all think about the Terry? What do y'all think about Terry's bit?
It was funny to me.
It was funny. I wanted to see more of it. It was really funny.
It was too short.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, now we getting into it. Okay, let me improve, show Dookie what you got. Like, you out here making him laugh. Like, I mean, he was saying some things to.
Is it accurate what he was saying? That's all. That's
chill.
I'm just saying, like, is it accurate? I found it so hilarious. Brothers talking about like I drove an hour away. Hey, it was so good, bro. I'm sorry. Like it was like, I drove an hour away. You talk about yada 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 yada, boom boom. Like, bro. I'm sorry, yeah, and some expectations that they're looking for from men,
Yeah, every time.
All right, yeah, for sure. I know. I thought it was really advanced for 91. That's where I was getting at. Like for 91, advanced.
Oh. Yeah, it was some things.
Yeah. Okay. All right. ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? So, Mark Curry had a good stand. What?
About her lips are still, girl. We know how you get down. You be the main one.
Yo, you gotta.
It be old people.
Old people brand new with your brand new hair.
You are the author of justice. All right?
I am not.
You are the author. You created that. That is a term here now.
I didn't write it.
You definitely did. You are Lil Wayne. What Lil Wayne is to bling bling. on this podcast.
I'm on my best
Be
behavior.
right.
um, so pretty much like Big pulls up, and we like I said, we get the Black Elvis Presley with the curls. He pull up. He's staying in place. He's trying to be. He ends up being the host, and he's getting some jokes off. And then Big pulls up. He's getting busy on him, and then pretty much Ruby Lynn says, "Nah, it ain't him. It's it's Dookie." And then Dookie getting punched in the stomach like 18 times, but still managing to take the hits. Now again, Big can shake the whole apartment complex, but for some reason, he can still stand up and keep taking a punch. You can have a conversation on the side while taking punches to the stomach for Big. But he goes full force on him, and then eventually Aretha and Ruby Lynn get into the stance of scrapping out. Ruby Lynn hit her with that old slap. You know what I mean? You don't know what time it is. Ruby Lynn get up out of there real quick. And and then it's kind of where they kind of close the movie. I mean, it ain't, it's whatever. It's a lot of politics, a lot of things going on, but that's kind of where they close it. Anything I want to say about that, or anything I want to just call out before we get into our later section of this movie?
That was another issue. Like, well, I could say that in the later section. Yeah, never mind.
That's it. Like, there's not much to say. I mean, obviously, we hit the points. Dookie catches Ruby Lynn and Terry in the freezer,
Mm-hmm.
and then the whole thing, like you said, with Dookie trying to get with Aretha, Big comes, and it's just like this story. I guess they wrapped it up in whatever kind of bow they could wrap it up in. It wasn't a pretty little bow, but they wrapped it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like if you're gonna go in this ensemble route, you need more time in the movie. That's the reality of the situation. If you're going with a lead, we're following one person, hour 26 or whatever, that's perfect. We can follow that. But when you're going ensemble, we need more. But again, if you're saying, hey, I'm just making a fried comedy movie, all right, cool. And so so that's why it didn't really bother me in a sense. Like in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, you're just making a fried comedy movie, but yeah, again, we'll get into the later section. Anything else y'all want to say about the movie before we go into the characters?
No.
No? All right. Ash, character you relate to, identify with the most.
So I went with Terry in regards to chasing his dreams.
Okay.
And kind of having that relentless mindset to, be where he feels like he belongs, regardless of if the powers that be don't see it yet. You know what you can do, and you know where you want to be, and you're going so hard to obtain that goal for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So pull that at least.
Okay.
Chasing your dreams and being relentless.
For sure. Mia.
Mm-hmm.
I said Aretha because she's gorgeous and talented.
Talk your talk. I dig that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I got Rudy Ray. I know we didn't talk about him that much in this movie, but he was definitely funny. But he's the OG that speaks his mind and is low key funny, but he's not a comedian. And he observes and sees everything, and he's always at the right spot at the right time. So Rudy Ray, he was the chef, I believe, the cook, the lead cook in at Dookie's or whatever. Get to stepping. Character you could do without. Mia.
I said Kwame.
Which is our man Pootie Tang?
No, that was, oh Lord, the guy who oh wait, nope, that was him.
That wasn't.
That's who I meant. Percy, not Kwame.
Oh. Black
The one
Elvis
with
Presley.
yeah, because the whole storyline of like following him coming to Hollywood, and then all he did was ask if he could be the MC, and then he got into a fight with it. Like it just, we didn't even talk about that. Like following him coming on the bus to find Dookie's club, like it just was so out of place, and it was just so pointless.
Hmm.
Just another another reason to put another comedian in the story. And so I was just like, okay, I'm I don't need this.
Now you're right. He's probably the furthest out that we really he's outside of the world at this point. So we really don't need him. Ash.
Jackie. For all the reasons that I said earlier, like it's not given, and we didn't need a storyline. The movie would have still been the same.
Mm,
Um, it just wasn't believable to me. Like, so yeah.
yeah. I got big. I mean, his scenes were good. Don't get it twisted. Like his scenes were good for what it was, but it felt like we just didn't need them. Like the drama was already up at Dookie's. Like the drama's already there. We don't really need him coming in, going Incredible Hulk on people for real. So it was just like, and then rest in peace, I ain't listening, but like it gets played out to see him always play this. He's in this like this. He's Debo and Friday. Even on a Fresh Prince of Bel Air episode, he's the same thing as Big
Who ate the
Cock.
potato salad?
Who ate the potato salad? He's just always playing this cock diesel dude. It's like, I would like him to see something else. And I know he's played. I think there's a movie. I can't remember the name right now, but there's a movie. I think like a space movie or somebody. He plays something different in there, but like it's just kind of this. Seeing this over and over, it's just like I wish they would have gave him something different, but we didn't really need him. So that's who I'm saying get to step in. Lines that deserve to be slimed. Ash.
Just had one. This might be from the Percy. Is that the guy that got on the bus? He was like, somebody's like, "What you laughing at?" "Oh, nothing. You took a fashion risk and lost." I think he said that. I like it a lot. That's it.
All right, Mia.
I didn't have any because I was trying to go with the comedy sets, but I felt like it was too long, so I just was like, forget it.
Okay, I got a few. I would love to money, but I can't. I might still be politicking and getting a little in a process. That was a Terry line.
Mm.
He said it with so much emphasis.
I ain't getting nothing.
Straight from his comedy set, coming from Terry again. You want me to drive and do foreplay? Hell no.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Only,
Yeah.
I thought it was a great quote just because he was like, bro, I drive an hour away. Like, I said, boy, 1991, boy. I don't know who she is. It's 400 people down here, and 350 of them ugly. Is she ugly? Like he kept calling people ugly. That's so funny to me, bro. That's from Rudy Ray or Rudy Ray or whatever. Oh Lord, somebody give me the number to 911. It's from Ruby Lynn. I know after a hard day being black. I know after a hard day being black, I'm cool. That was from the woke brother when he did a stand up, talking about talking with your hands and all that. And then lastly, you got me all excited, girl. Do that shit. That was Terry again in the freezer. Things you would change about the movie or what you feel they didn't get right. Ash.
We spoke about a lot of it, but I didn't like the ending. Like we didn't get the triumph. Like, oh, Terry Dookie said you was funny and you got more spots. Like it didn't, it didn't pan out. We didn't get to see that success. Like say he had like an hour set. He came out, it's a packed house. Like, give me some of that. What are we working for? And of course, obviously that's all tied into my second one, which is it just fell flat. It's not enough depth, not enough character development. I wasn't invested in Terry. I really didn't care if he got more spots or not. because I didn't see that grind for it. Other than, I mean, you was politicking with Ruby, but it wasn't enough development. Um, so yeah,
I dig it. Yeah.
We talked about a lot of it already. I think it was all over the place. I think it was disjointed, like Ash said, not enough character development. We didn't spend enough time with any one character to care as much as we needed to because there was just so much going on. But again, I get it. I get the point, you know. But it was just a little bit scattered for me.
Hmm. Yeah, I think y'all have hit it on the nose, and that's what I like to. Before I get mine, that's what I like. What we do here on the Childish Grown Up Show is like take risk in picking movies because it may not be good, but let's do it anyway. Let's have fun with it anyway. I picked some movies. We all have picked movies that maybe we wasn't fan favorites of, but I like the idea of doing it because let's see what we can get out of it. So, but for me, I had a couple things. One, they were picking and choosing when to use explicit language. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but uh, they gave us like the BET Baby Boy clean version. For example, boink Ruby Lynn or die. Boink. Y'all talking about boink, and this man had already cussed through the movie. There's already been cuss words, and they were getting to it throughout the movie. So they kept picking and choosing when they were like cussing versus like trying to clean because they were saying weird.
It is rated R, so I don't understand why they did it that way.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was weird because what probably happened is there was a tight schedule with these actors, and you wanted to shoot it one way to have them kind of keep some clean language, and then then you shot it another way, but you couldn't get them back to say, "Oh, do it this way," and now you had to put it out like this. Because I was like, they were using some weird, like weenie, like it's like, bro, like my weenie ain't. I like weenie. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like this movie, like they I know I'm nerding out, but they really did a weird pick and choose with it, and that's probably what happened. Like you said, hey, do a clean version, then do a dirty version. But the movie's called Talking Dirty After Dark. Commit. You know what I'm saying? And then lastly, I've already spoke about it, but I'll elaborate a little more. Martin is supposed to be the lead, but he feels like a supporting actor. Like this is clearly he's supposed to be the lead. He's on the poster, both posters, the original and the alternative poster, but he doesn't feel like the lead. And I don't like that at all. Like this is probably why the movie's not talked about. Is this a movie I'll watch again? Absolutely. It's for me. I need movies in here that's got a little bit of that kind of blah factor, but I'm enjoying it. I'm not taking it serious, so I will watch this again. Let me ask y'all real quick before we get into more story. This who made the potato salad? Because me, I know how you felt about that, so I really want to know.
I'd probably pick this over that.
Okay.
But either.
All right, Ash.
I guess this probably.
Okay, fair. Mm-hmm. More of the story in your opinion, Mia B.
If I'm being honest, I don't have one because I don't really know what the movie was about.
That's fair. That's fair. Ash.
I just try to stick to my Terry. Like I'm trying to stay in that bag. So I just put stay locked in. Like again, back in regards to like being relentless for your passions and desires. So just stay locked in. That's all I got.
That's fair. For me, pulling from Terry as well. As Terry said, stop politicking and utilize your talents. Like people get it confused all the time, trying to politic, trying to buddy with the boss, buddy with the co-workers, buddy. Like if your talent is that good, your talent speaks for itself. And that's what I learned from my last gig. Like I let my talent speak. That's the reason I was able to sustain my job for the time that I was able to. It's because it was skill over politics. Like I mean, I was respectable and of course mannerable, but at the end of the day, like I'm not creating friends, I'm not creating pals and buddies my work will always lead for me. And, I think that was like kind of in the voiceover for Terry at the end of the movie. He was kind of giving us the update. And so, yeah. And that's our episode, y'all, man. Truly, we thank y'all for tuning in. That was my pick, of course, and our dealer's choice, our free for all pick. The next pick is on Mia B. We do not discuss this before getting on air, so y'all reaction is as fresh and new as our reaction. With that being said, Mia B, the floor is yours.
Okay, so I had to let out a little chuckle when we were talking earlier. You were mentioning something, and it just so happens I think you were talking about my movie pick.
Uh-oh.
This was so hard, y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
It was.
This time was so hard. When I say I consulted with Rich, I need help. And he gave me a suggestion. I didn't end up going with that one because I feel like that would be better suited for another time. But listen, this was so hard. I didn't know if I wanted to go animated because we haven't done animated.
We gotta get that in the mix. I almost made a rotation for it. Sidebar. I'm sorry.
Right. And I'm like, but then you picked this, and I was like, wait. And I'm like, I want to pick something that I really liked. Mm-hmm. But you said heavy hitters. So I'm like, okay. I think I got it. Now, I don't know how this is going to come off when we're reviewing it, but I know it's an enjoyable watch, and it's something that I grew up watching and probably can recite like the back of my hand. So we are going to go back to 1997, another movie with Tiny Lister playing a completely different kind of character. And we are going to be watching Bruce Willis and Chris Tucker in
Fifth Element. Fifth. Wait, you wasn't on the episode with School.
I wasn't. No,
that was Rio with him. Fifth Element. Wow, I've never seen this movie all the way through.
Oh my God, I've watched this movie a trillion times. I had the DVD and I watched the special features of this movie and so obsessed with it for a good little chunk of time.
Ash, you seen this?
So it doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah.
Another press play for you, girl.
Yeah, same. That's press play for me too. Fully. Now real quick before we get out of here, what made you come to that conclusion? Did me picking this movie play a heavy part in that, or because I know this is kind of a deep cut?
Okay, so The Fifth Element is kind of like a cult classic. It's very popular. Mm-hmm. It's a very well-known film. People like.
I just seen a dude dressed up. I just seen a dude on Instagram dressed up as the Chris Tucker character.
Right, people dress up for him as him for Halloween, for Comic-Con. People dress up like the bank Mila Jovovich, her character Lilu, and it's super I was obsessed with this movie. But I wanted something because after watching this movie, mm-hmm. I wanted something that we might be able to get a little bit more conversation out of. Like, I knew this movie is different because we haven't covered a lot of sci-fi.
Sci-fi, yeah, except for The Matrix.
But I think, and I'm hoping, because I've been wrong before, so I think we may be able to get some really good conversation out of this.
Okay. Well, I'm excited. I'm stoked about it. I've always wanted to watch the film, so that's a good thing that you picked it because I've always wanted to watch it. And it's Chris Tucker's first role before we know him for Friday. So I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, my wife was watching it a little while back. I was catching some clips and, I was looking at the costumes and kind of the aesthetic. I was like, okay, this seemed interesting. So I really want to watch it because I know there's a lot of people that don't.
Friday Friday came out before this movie, so he was already.
Oh, you're right. You're right. This is 97. Yeah, you're so he already okay. But this okay. You're right. You're right. But so I'm interested to watch this. Ash, what are your feelings? Have you heard? You ain't never heard of this at all either.
Heard of it before, but never seen it. Another press play, just adding to the catalog here, and I hope
Hey,
it's a good,
this
a
is
good
about
watch.
to make your pick so hard, or maybe not.
Really.
Maybe not. Okay, so I'm Ash gonna bring
I'm
us
gonna reel
back.
us in. I'm
She
gonna
gonna
reel
she
us
gonna
all
reel
back in.
that's
You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Y'all out there fishing, getting the bait.
I
I'm gonna
figured
reel it on
She
in.
gonna reel
Don't
us
worry
all the
about
way. I
that.
can see it now. It's like, hey, let me hit a hard stop and turn on y'all real
Yeah,
quick.
we go.
Okay.
We gonna take that Catherine boat and we gonna make that turn.
I ain't mad at it, man. Shout out to you, Ash. Shout out to you, Mia. Shout out to the Stoop Kids, man. That's our episode, man. Had a good episode. You know how we do. We just continue to keep putting out these excellent episodes and talk about these films, man. Y'all write in if y'all got thoughts on our episode or thoughts on the movie, man. Write in. We'll love to read it on air and see what y'all think about some of the movies we picked and some of the things that have happened in the films. Truly, y'all can follow us on Instagram, The Childish Grown Up Show, no spaces. Leave an Apple review on, of course, the podcast. Y'all can follow us on YouTube, Childish Grown Up Show, and also our email, the Childish Grown Ups 3 at gmail.com. Just Childish Grown Ups 3 at gmail.com. Ladies, wonderful job as always. Stoop Kids, y'all have a wonderful week. Stay tuned in. Thank y'all for listening. Peace out.